The moment a computer component is manufactured, a relentless clock starts ticking. In the technology sector, value begins to evaporate immediately. This silent decay is the central financial threat in hardware manufacturing. When expensive inventory sits trapped inside a supply chain, it loses money every single day. Traditional IT vendors operate by pushing mass quantities of pre-built computers into indirect retail warehouses. Those completed units sit on shelves, depreciating, simply waiting for a buyer to arrive. This chart compares inventory cycles. The first bar shows the standard metric for most indirect vendors, turning over inventory roughly 12 to 15 times a year. The second bar reveals Dell's operational advantage. They achieve a staggering turnover rate of 60 times per year. Translating that metric into a timeline means Dell completes a full inventory cycle every 5 days on average. Dell achieved this turnover by engineering a direct sales architecture built around specific build-to-order mechanics. In the technology sector, high inventory velocity is the ultimate financial defense against depreciation. This segmentation matrix illustrates how Dell explicitly divides its global market to manage demand. They partition their consumer base into specific targeted groups. The top tier is the relationship segment, comprised exclusively of Fortune 1000 companies. The scale of this tier is massive. Dell maintains direct relationships with about 50 major corporate clients here, including Boeing, Exxon, Microsoft, and Toyota. Moving down, the middle tier is the transaction segment, which drives 30% of all United States sales. This segment breaks down further. Small and medium-sized enterprises account for roughly 20% of the total, while individual consumers make up the remaining 10%. To service this tier, Dell deploys thousands of inside sales representatives. These reps access historical purchase data to assist customers in choosing systems that precisely match their prior buying patterns. Precision market segmentation allows Dell to dictate the exact allocation of resources across vastly different customer profiles. Knowing exactly who the customer is represents only half the equation. The other half is how the machines are actually built. The traditional indirect model relies on speculative manufacturing. Expensive, completed computers are assembled at great cost and stored with the hope that a matching buyer will eventually materialize. Dell bypasses this entirely through direct sales combined with a strict build-to-order manufacturing process. They operate on a just-in-time workflow. Just-in-time is a production strategy where raw materials and expensive components are only delivered and assembled after a specific end-user order is confirmed. This tight process ensures raw components are transformed into a custom-configured, shipped product within an incredibly narrow 5-day window. Building exclusively to order strips away the distraction and massive overhead of managing unsold hardware and extraneous services. Eliminating the retail middleman physically prevents millions of dollars in component value from evaporating in stagnant warehouses. While the physical flow of computer parts is crucial, the invisible flow of customer data provides an equal advantage. This pipeline diagram maps out the strategic blind spot of indirect vendors. Channel partners, like big box retailers, actively refuse to reveal the final customer's identity to the manufacturer. Dell's direct model removes that barrier, creating an unfiltered, two-way data highway between factory and buyer. Dell captures highly precise data points: the end user's identity, the exact equipment purchased, the shipping location, and their total historical spend. They operationalize this intelligence to offer tailored add-on products and smoothly coordinate technical support. By tracking the hardware's lifespan, Dell can accurately predict and manage a customer's entire PC replacement and upgrade cycle. This direct data maximizes customer lifetime value. Customer lifetime value is a metric representing the total revenue a business can reasonably expect from a single customer account over time. One-off hardware buyers become predictable, recurring revenue streams. However, a purely direct model has an inherent ceiling. Certain customer bases consistently require physical retail interaction before making a purchase. To achieve wider market penetration, Dell introduced indirect retail channels where a specific business need existed. Market penetration refers to the successful selling of a product or service in a specific, often new, market. They executed this physical retail strategy primarily by offering their Dimension desktop computers and Inspiron notebooks in stores. These retail partnerships expanded Dell's reach globally, spanning locations in the Americas, the UK, Japan, and China. This high-velocity model also impacts the physical footprint of Dell's global operations. The company integrates environmental goals into the entire product lifecycle, from energy-efficient design and reduced manufacturing footprints to reclaiming used hardware through product recovery programs. The direct model's inherent reduction in surplus hardware provides the foundation for Dell's broader environmental strategy, which spans from initial design to final product recovery. This cyclical flowchart visualizes the entire interconnected Dell ecosystem. It relies on three main nodes: the segmentation matrix, the 5-day manufacturing engine, and direct data capture. Precision segmentation feeds direct, bespoke orders straight into a fast-paced manufacturing engine. That engine not only produces hardware quickly, but outputs pure, actionable customer data right back to the sales team to start the cycle over again. Traditional competitors remained burdened by stagnant physical inventory and blinded by disconnected customer data. Dell systematically stripped out both the physical and informational inefficiencies of indirect channels. By fusing build-to-order manufacturing with direct-to-consumer data, Dell established a durable financial and operational lead over the rest of the industry.